Hi guys, hello. Literally, I know I've been gone for so long, but eventually I came back, so I'm back. And I thought, what I do, a get to know me vlog. You know what? Girl, you've literally been ditching these people for so long. You owe them something. So I thought, let me just do a get to know me vlog, a sit down, chill, and talk to you guys. So guys, I'm back. Don't blame me, don't judge me. I've been going through. Literally, this is one of my worst years. But girl, I made it out. I'm a hustler, and I made it out of the dungeon. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm not fully back because I'm just slowly progressing into getting back. But I survived. I feel like I survived the year. And when someone posts like a thread in Twitter, when people asked what are you proud of this year, just surviving, being alive, guys. I think that's the best thing. But not getting emotional or sentimental. This is a vlog where the girl is back looking good, and I thought I would just lay my wig and just look good. So I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, who's this girl just vlogging and posting? Where is she from? What does she do? So my name is Janice Williams. I'm from Potch in the Northwest, this small awkward small town. I love it personally because I work in Pretoria where it's busy, crime is very awkward. The party vibe, party scene is dope. So when you get home and you get to Potch, it's like zen, it's chilled. Although people in Potch do drink, they drink a lot actually. But I always enjoy coming home because it's quiet. I am in my room. Actually, broke my mirror that is on the wall, cracked it. But a friend of mine suggested when their windscreens break, and then apparently there's something that they do, like your PG glass and whatnot. So I'm going to take it there. What do I do for a living? How do I make my money? How do I afford certain things? I am a soldier currently, part-time force, reserve force as they call it. But I used to be a flight attendant. Hey, I used to be a flight. I consider myself a flight attendant still because I didn't leave aviation like willingly. COVID happened. God decided, girl, it's time for COVID, and then things ended. But I used to be a flight attendant in my glory days. I miss it. I miss it so much. I miss the perks. I miss the hotels. I miss the flying. But funny enough, the thing I don't miss about flying is the fatigue. Guys, you feel tired when you fly. You literally crew that all you do is sleep. So what happened was I joined the military in 2010, and then before I joined the military, I actually studied aviation in 4 ways. I was doing aviation, and then I couldn't get a job because the aviation industry, literally, it's so hard to break into. People that know the crew that are currently flying know how hard it is to get into it. It's very hard. Just getting your license, you always have to stay updated with your license. Then it is awkward things like the rules of this and all that. It's very difficult, but I think the perks is amazing, especially if you get paid well, and then it's an amazing job. And if you love traveling, which I do as well. I can't afford it all the time, but I love traveling. So I started aviation, didn't get a job, and then I decided, girl, aviation is difficult. Let's do something else. Then I decided to join the military. Lucky enough, they were recruiting in my hometown at that time. Then I thought, let me go. I rated in, did the training for 2 years, but then what? I did not get a contract. I did not get a contract. Obviously, a permanent contract. Then I decided, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Then, lucky enough, I got a contract. I applied. I got a permanent contract as now as HR secretary in the Defense Force, still in the military, but not in uniform. Then I was working like for 5 years, and as I'm working, I'm like at the back of my mind, always thinking of being a flight attendant, thinking of, when you study something and you never worked as it, and it always lingers in your mind. And I'm like, always want to go back, always want to go back, always want to go back. And eventually I took it like seriously. I think the last year, the 5th year of being employed, I took it seriously. I'm like, I need to really invest productively in this thing, apply, pray, manifest, and which I did. And I got a job at ComAir. We were, sorry guys, I have flu, I have sinus, so just excuse my sniffing. I'm not doing drugs. If you think that's that or cocaine or whatnot, it's just sinus. People that know me know I suffer from sinus. So yeah, and then I decided, hi, you know what? I need to get back. And then I got a job at ComAir. ComAir was like amazing. It was British Airways, like the British Airways, and Kalula. And I thought, God, oh wow, I finally made it. You know what? This face has made it. I mean, I was in business class serving wealthy people. I met you, Mr. Mamani's, your Bonans. I don't know why the day I met Bonang, I never posted. I never took a pic with her. I think I was so intimidated, but she's so nice, she's so friendly. But anyway, then I'm like, I've made it. I'm gonna start a life. I got a flat. I had furniture. I have everything because I used my money that I resigned from. Yeah, I resigned from the defense force, the security thing. HR resigned those 5 years when I got the job at ComAir. Resigned. I'm like, bye. I'm gonna pursue my dream job. And then I took that pension money, paid off my debts, bought things for my apartment. It wasn't that much, but paid things for my apartment, and I think it pushed now this new life that I was gonna start. Because obviously when you start a new job, you do training for a couple of months. You don't just go into the job, boom, immediately. So then I thought, ComAir, invested in good weeks, invested in makeup. I was really happy, thriving, because when you are blessed, I think it's a blessing, because when I had a conversation with a colleague the other day, when you're blessed enough to have a dream and God blesses you and you actually live it for a time, even if it's a time frame, guys, I didn't care. I got the opportunity and God saw me worthy and I felt blessed. And then it was an amazing feeling. But then COVID started. COVID started, obviously. COVID started. I'm in my dream job, in my dream flat. Obviously not my dream flat, but my flat, it's mine. Everything I've acquired is mine. Living my dream in Kempton Park, COVID started and I'm like, we're not flying, we're not earning an income. I'm thinking, what is this? God, what is this? What are you trying to show me? What do you want me to do? As months go by and we're only living off UIF. It's not like government. If you're not working, you're not getting an income. This is private sector. And I'm thinking, guys, I can't live like this. I have bills to pay, I have things to do. We're not getting an income. What is going to happen? And with our government, UIF would sometimes arrive 2 months after the time and you have like a rent to pay. And I thought, no, this can't be it. No. I have to do something. And I thought the lucky thing about being in the military, you can always go back. So I thought, let me go back to the military. Let me go back as a part-time force. And part-time force, you're part-time. They call you when they need you, when the country needs you. You do service, and then that's it. You don't go to work every day like permanent force unless they need you every day. So if the need is there, you'll be there, type of thing, So I thought, yeah, what do you want to tell me? I mean, why am I back in uniform? I didn't want to be in uniform. I wanted to be in makeup, in business class, serving people nice food. You know, the life. Girl, did I not have to go back to the military? I had to go and deploy and make money. But in hindsight, when I look at most of my colleagues who were not working during that time, who were suffering, they had to sell their cars, they had to move back home. Honestly, I see it now as a blessing, that I could have that plan B to fall back on. So in hindsight, when I look back at it now, I'm like, God, thank you for that option. It was a blessing, and the way things planned out in my life, I think it was God's plan. So went back to the military, and I'm still in the military. I have been obviously been applying because people have been going slowly as the world opened up. People have started to fly again, and restrictions were calmed down, and all that. I haven't gotten a flying job, and I honestly feel like God wants me here because where I'm at in reserve force now, in the defense force, I actually got something better. So I actually got something better 2 weeks back. I'm only 2 weeks there. Next week will be my third week. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. It's very professional. It's office environment, HR type of thing, and I feel blessed. Ooh, I feel blessed. I've been praying and I've been asking God for something. I didn't know this was gonna be the something. Honestly, I don't even know if it's the something, but I it came up, and I'm just gonna accept it because in this economic climate that we're in, I don't want to be in grief, and I'm like, God, why this? But there was a stage in my life I'm like, why, God, why? Because when you're living your dream and you're content and you are happy. I think I was so happy during that stage of my life. I was glowing out of my skin, like, okay, I look good, but my skin during when I was cabin crew, I look godly. I think people would always comment and call me like, you look good, like you look different, good, like in your element, good and content, which I miss. But I think part of growing, you have to let go and accept that no, this is where you're at now, and you have to embrace it. It's not the most glamorous. Military is not glamorous. It's not fancy, but it pays the bills. When I deployed and did things, it paid well. So I wasn't gonna even lie. Moving on from the occupation, so that's my occupation slash what I do, and I'm also studying at the moment. I hope I'm hoping to finish next year, which I always love having options. I feel like military will be an option, cabin crew, and now my qualification. So it's three things. So I feel like a girl must always have three plans in life. Your qualifications will never disappoint you like a man disappoints you. When you wake up, the qualifications will never say, God, I don't want you anymore. Nope. So one thing I make sure of is have education, guys. Like, have your education, yes. Have a man, do your thing, but make sure that you have things to fall back on in case that man decides, not you. I want coach there, and you're like, okay, I go and have coach. Now I have my bag. So yeah, life. What is my best feature, guys? I feel like my after 6 years eyes, like I have seductive eyes, and my boobs as well. I feel like when I wear cleavage, yeah. Piercings. I have like 3 piercings. My ears, 1, 2, and my nose piercing. Weird story. I never wanted to get a nose piercing. My ex-boyfriend. I'm not even gonna say his name. He's not even worthy of mentioning his name. No, for real, I'm not bitter. He's not even worthy. He knows he's not worthy of me mentioning his name. He actually bamboozled me into getting the nose piercing before we went on our holiday in December last year. But then I do love it. I learned to love it because I looked good, and afterwards I was like, I really love this piercing. So I do occasionally wear my nose piercing, yeah. So yeah. Tattoos. Do I have tattoos? Girl, I have like Sorry, I don't want to get more. I don't. I felt like the older I got, I was like not into tattoos anymore. But now, I really want one. But I feel like it's gonna make me look like a baddie. And as you grow older, you don't want to look like a baddie all the time. So I'll see. My first real holiday, obviously, I touched, and did I touch on it as Kabuku? I went to Indonesia, I went to Bali, and imagine I also went with my ex-boyfriend. But I don't regret it. Awkwardly enough, I don't regret it. It was the amazing holiday, guys. My silence is weird, and people are gonna think of like weird things, but no, I have a sinus problem. Ask my family, ask anyone, ask my friends. Anyway, first real holiday was in Indonesia, was in Bali. It was fun, was it fun? It was so much fun. I did everything I wanted to do, even though I expected, and he was like boring a bit. He didn't want to do the temples, he didn't want to go into the water because he was like, no. He was very into his religion, which I respect. But I'm a bit way more open minded. Yes, I'm a Christian, but also a spiritual person. So if my energy is going with it, I am open to it and open to receive things. So I was like, no, I'm gonna try the temple. I went in, I prayed, I did my thing, and I felt like it was a blessing. And I really enjoyed Indonesia. The people, the food, guys, abound the ocean, in the ocean. Like it's amazing. I think it's amazing what traveling affords you, and if you really work hard, what you see. And you know, in Vernac, there's a saying like to go is to see, and it's amazing. It opens your eyes on how people live, and you see different things and experience different food, and it's amazing. I love it. Favorite concert, first ever concert. He's my favorite crush ever, Chris Brown. I actually went with my friend Bianca. Chris Brown concert was amazing. Although that was before he beat up Rihanna and the whole thing, and it was downhill for him from there because my love for him died because I was like, no man, can't be beating up Rihanna, and she's also a Pisces like myself, so I'm like, no, 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 my brother, I'm not gay. Mm. Favorite sport? It has to be volleyball. I used to love volleyball at school because I played it. But now I don't play as much because of work and circumstances. Because you know, the military places you in awkward places deep into the bush where there's no signal, where there's no life. I think they purposely do that. And then, how are you gonna play sport? How are you gonna go to gym? Hence, I'm always walking or running, like running in the base, just to keep saying because they'll be putting you at awkward places and you're like, away from civilization, away from everyone. So I think over the years it became difficult to play sport and do things, but then I do small things that I love, which is keeping fit or going out for lunch with someone, watching a movie, watching a series, but like playing music. By the way, favorite movies of all time has to be Colombiana, Salt, Your Extraction, Your Miss Bonner. I know there's like similarity because it's almost like military is, which obviously hits close to home, which obviously is why I like it so much. But my favorite series has to be You're Insecure, You're Being. Who remembers Being Mary Jane? Being Mary, I think people in their 30s would remember Being Mary Jane. Insecure used to make that type of thing. I was like sad when Issa Rae cut that series, but that's it. Favorite color, black and red. Like I think when the military last year deployed us to the Zimbabwean border. Woo! My first time going. I would never deploy again unless it's in an HR environment. Yes, then definitely. So if in my new place where I'm at, they decide that we can deploy again, I would definitely go as an HR, not as a fighting cop in the field, in the midst of everything. No, 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 my darling, because I think it's very, very, very stressful, very hard what our forces go through, and I have mad respect for them because I went through it myself, and I would never go through it willingly again. Favorite song or music that I'm enjoying, right? I mean, I love Summer Walker, I love Jenny, but give me Summer Walker over every day. What? Love that girl. Favorite food, seafood. Love. I actually introduced my ex-boyfriend to your oysters. I'm sure he's gonna teach his new girlfriend what I taught him. Gonna swank with what I put him on, but anyway, we're not there. Favorite shoes. I'm enjoying laid back looks, like chilled, like I'm wearing oversized tee from Cotton On, chilled look with sneakers and um, BK. I don't know why I'm enjoying that, but yeah, that's the look that I think maybe because it's also December, so I'm having a chilled look. But I bought so many bikinis, so I'm also gonna be rocking that. And yeah, I'm just dresses. I got this amazing white dress from Zara, and I'm gonna try with the white. But is it a hat? It's not a white hat. It's just a normal hat. But yeah, guys, that's basically what's happening in my life. Just me pushing my goals. Studies continue next year. Grateful for this opportunity as a reserve force in a fully HR environment, and I'm doing that. I think you'll be seeing a lot of military vlogs. I've been setting on a military vlog that I've tried to edit, but I wasn't comfortable because I don't want to overshare, especially when it comes to our forces. And everything that I'm going to share about the Defense Force is going to highlight them in a positive light, because there is positive things that our military is doing to keep our country safe.